Okay, let's talk about something we all deal with, our health. It feels like we're swimming in a sea of information, right? It can be so overwhelming. But today, we're going to cut through all that noise and figure out how to turn it into real, empowered action. Let's dive in.
So, let's be real for a second. You feel something new, a little ache, a weird symptom. What's the very first thing you do? If you're anything like me, you probably grab your phone and start typing it into a search bar.
And that, right there, is the big challenge we're all facing. On one hand, you have the entire internet at your fingertips, instant answers. But on the other, you have actual, expert guidance. The problem is, it's getting harder and harder to tell the good advice from the really bad and sometimes dangerous misinformation online.
Now get ready for this number, because it's pretty staggering. The health seminar we're breaking down today pointed out that some of the most advanced AI health tools out there can be flat out wrong up to 30% of the time. Think about that. That's almost a 1 in 3 chance of getting bad advice about your health. That is a risk that's just way too high to take.
So, to figure out a better way forward, we actually need to take a step back and ask a basic question: what does health even mean? Because it's a much, much bigger idea than just not being sick.
The seminar brought up this incredible definition from the World Health Organization, and I want you to really hear this. It's a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. It's not just about what's absent, like a disease. It's about what's present. You know, this simple shift in thinking changes everything.
And this is a great way to picture it. Think of your health like a stool with 3 legs: your physical body, your mental resilience, and your social connections. If any one of those legs gets wobbly, the whole thing becomes unstable. It's all connected.
Okay, with that big picture in mind, let's get practical and talk about our first real strategy: prevention. And we're going to use a perfect example: the fight against cervical cancer.
What's so amazing here is that we know what causes most cervical cancers. It's a virus, the human papillomavirus, or HPV, and because we know the cause, we can build a super direct and really powerful defense against it.
And that defense, that whole strategy, it's beautifully simple. Just 2 steps. Step 1, get vaccinated to stop the virus from ever getting a foothold. And step 2, get regular screenings to catch any potential issues as early as possible. That's it. Simple, right?
Now, let's just quickly bust a few myths that are floating around out there. The HPV vaccine, it's for a huge age range, from 9 all the way to 45, and it's for boys and girls. You don't need any kind of test beforehand. And here's the big one. Even if you're already sexually active, it's still effective because it protects you from other strains you haven't been exposed to.
Okay, but this is the question experts hear all the time. It kind of makes sense on the surface, doesn't it? I got the shot, I should be good to go. A lot of people think the vaccine is a one-and-done solution.
But the answer is a huge, emphatic no. The vaccine is incredibly powerful, don't get me wrong. It protects against the strains of HPV that cause the most trouble. But, and this is a big but, it doesn't cover all of them. That's why regular screening like a pap smear is still absolutely crucial for everyone. Vaccination status doesn't change that.
All right, let's switch gears to another really critical area: breast health. And we're going to talk about a simple mindset shift that can literally be a lifesaver.
The doctor in the seminar made this brilliant distinction. He said, let's stop thinking about it as a stressful monthly self-exam like it's a test you can pass or fail. Instead, let's call it breast awareness. This isn't about finding something wrong. It's about getting so familiar with your own body's normal that you immediately know when something feels different.
So what does that actually mean? Well, part of it is visual. It's about looking in the mirror and just noticing. Are there any little dimples in the skin? Any changes in texture? Sometimes they say it looks like an orange peel. Any new discharge? Or does the shape change in a weird way when you lift your arms up?
And the other part is, of course, what you feel. You're just getting to know your normal texture so you can spot any new lumps or areas that feel thicker than usual. And here's a great pro tip from the seminar. Try to do this around day 10 of your cycle. That's when your breasts are naturally at their softest, and it's way easier to notice if something has changed.
And if you're wondering just how powerful this is, listen to this story. The doctor shared that his own mom was just diagnosed with breast cancer. And here's the crucial part. Her mammogram and her ultrasound both came back normal. The only reason it was found is because she noticed a change. Her own awareness saved her life. It's such a powerful reminder that you are the #1 expert on your body.
So, we've covered prevention, we've covered awareness. Now let's just pull this all together and talk about what this means for your health journey as a whole.
Because here's the real takeaway from all of this. Being healthy isn't about having all the answers or memorizing stuff you find online. It's about changing your role from being a passive patient to being an active, engaged partner with your doctors. You bring your awareness, you bring your questions, you're part of the team.
So we've gone from the dangers of Dr. Google to the power of knowing your own body. I want to leave you with one final question. What are you going to do with this? What is the one proactive thing, big or small, that you are going to do for your health this week? Maybe it's booking that screening, or just taking 5 quiet minutes for breast awareness. What's your first step, starting now?